Well, folks, here we are at the last of our series on empathy, and I'm going to try and finish quickly um, because I have a lot of notes as I sat down to write the notes out for this. So I'm going to talk about some examples of how you actually empathize with your child. I'm going to be looking at my notes here, so excuse my back and forth here. So the first situation where you want to make sure that you empathize with your child is when your child is tired or maxed out or worn out. Just think about how you feel when you're tired. They're not going to respond like they do when they're not tired, just like you don't feel motivated when you're tired. So if they're not cooperative because they're tired, for goodness sakes, get them home and let them take their nap. I've seen parents, take their kids out and run them around town, and, there's too many errands, and expecting the child just to keep on going like the Energizer Bunny, and that just is not reasonable and certainly isn't empathizing with what he's experienced at the time. The second kind of situation where you want to show empathy is when they want something they can't have. We talked about this yesterday a little bit when he wakes up and wants his favorite breakfast cereal and you just don't have any. So rather than trying to talk them out of what they want, empathize. Just say, I'm so sorry that I don't have those. And that's really all that most of us need when we're in a disappointing situation. Whatever you do, don't try to rationalize with your child to make the negative feelings go away. And please resist the urge to lecture. I mean, how do you feel when you're upset and pour your heart out to your friend and they just tell you to get over it or don't feel that way or, make some other reason why you shouldn't have the feelings that you have. We don't choose to have feelings, we just have them. The third situation would be, when they're feeling disappointed, betrayed, discouraged, frustrated, confused. Let's say an older child comes home from school and they didn't get the part in the play that they wanted to get. Rather than, like I said, trying to talk them out of their feelings, just say something like, oh, I'm sorry, honey, you must be extremely disappointed. Just let them know you understand how they're feeling. That's all we all really need when we're down. And then if you can help them a little bit more by offering maybe some suggestions on how you deal with it when you're discouraged or disappointed. But most of the time, depending on the age of the child, they just want to know that you understand. And then lastly, if you ask your child to do something and they won't cooperate, sometimes it's just because they want to do something else. Maybe they're thinking about something else, or maybe they're busy playing, or maybe they were just getting ready to do something, and they're not being cooperative. Well, I learned a little trick. I think I shared it last week about how to engage cooperation. It's just realize that they have desires, and desires are not bad. They might conflict with what you want at the time. But you have a desire, your child has a desire. Just ask them what they want. Show them that you care about what they're thinking and feeling. And, what is it that you want to do right now? Why aren't you doing your chores like I asked you, or making your bed, or doing your homework, or whatever it is? So those are some ways that you can show empathy. And I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about next week. So please join us. We're going to talk a little bit about, and we're going to talk a lot about how your child processes and how he relates to what you're saying and how he's responding, so you can understand what's going on inside your child's mind and heart when you're interacting with him. I think it's going to be huge. It'll help you to empathize when you understand what's going on inside your child. So join us next week for a mini course on child development. Can't wait to see you then. Have a great weekend.